Tonight, no surprise, Barack Obama signed an executive order closing the prison at Guantanamo Bay. It'll be shut down a year from today. New Gallup poll says 45% of Americans disagree with Obama on that. Just 35% say Gitmo should be closed. 20% apparently don't know what's going on. But Obama promised to shut Gitmo, and now he has, which placates people like Congressman John Murtha.
There's no reason not to put them in prisons in the United States and just handle it the way any other prisoners handle it.
Would you take them in your district if there was a prison to handle?
Well, I don't have a federal prison. I have a minimum security prison. But sure, I'd take them. I mean, they're no more dangerous in a prison in my district than they are in Guantanamo.
Of course, if you put the alleged terrorists in a U.S. prison, they would be brutalized by other inmates. Apparently everybody but Mr. Murtha understands that. Joining us now from Washington is Fox News analyst Lauraingram. Before we get to this, boy, this Caroline Kennedy thing, this thing's going to blow. You know, what do you think?
Well, I was initially disturbed, Bill, by, you know what I was. Well, the manner in which she spoke.
Yeah,
about
she was inarticulate.
In her own state.
Absolutely.
Look, she didn't impress people who met with her who wanted to be impressed by her. And it looks like pretty clear now that they inflated her resume, that she had 6 years of experience working for the New York public schools. It turns out it was 2 years. She herself didn't give any money to the school effort, which was a cause of concern for people who are following this. So Joel Klein and Bloomberg and the whole crowd wanted Camelot Part 2, and in fact, she didn't measure up. Now, all this other stuff I don't know about, and it sounds all very unpleasant, but I think the late night revelation and the late night announcement, as you pointed out, was very bizarre and certainly raises more eyebrows than
Now, let me ask you a question. If you were advising Caroline Kennedy, because I want to get this from a female point of view, because I was getting at this with Fred Dicker, do you tell her to, at midnight, issue a statement that she's pulling out for personal reasons? Is that what you tell a woman to do?
No, I mean, I think that's ridiculous. It just fuels the speculation, and it's absurd. I mean, she's a grown woman. She, gave it a shot, a brief shot. She apparently had some ambition to be in the Senate. It didn't work out for whatever reason. Now, she might not want to go into the details, but, announce it at a normal hour unless there's some, physical, medical emergency, I guess. But it didn't seem like it was medical.
I think the whole thing is just very spooky.
It's very weird, very strange.
Spooky. All right, now, it's no surprise that Barack Obama is going to shut down Guantanamo Bay and all of this stuff. He said he would. The people who supported him from the jump demanded that the whole anti-terror apparatus be dismantled. He seems to be doing that. At least he's saying he's going to do it. Behind the scenes, we never know. So, I mean, is this a big story?
Well, I think it is for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're hoping that the detainees end up in Malibu near Barbra Streisand. Forget Murtha. We want them all to go to Malibu. And then we'll really start seeing the fight. We want to understand here, Bill, if America is safer today or less safe than she was on January 19th. And I think any objective review of what's being done, and you're right, he promised to do these things, and he's doing them. Shutting down the military tribunals temporarily, 120-day pause, closing Gitmo by 2010, and, of course, doing away with harsh interrogation methods. I think you can make a pretty compelling case that our country's less safe today, and Barack Obama apparently is willing to roll the dice on that because he made these promises.
Well, he's rolling them because if we get hit again, he's through. And there's no doubt. But from his line of thinking, and I'd like to get your opinion on this as well, he says, look, the damage that Guantanamo and the image that USA as a torture nation does to the country's image all over the world, if I can repair that damage, that's a greater good than keeping these things in place.
Well, it's naive and stupid. I mean, with all due respect. I mean, it is a silly, naive, childish, you want to put away childish things? It's childish to put the world's opinion, as if there is such a world opinion about the United States, ahead of the safety of the American people. And I know there's a debate about which interrogation methods work better than others, and I'm not an expert in that. I do know that most of the information we've learned about al-Qaeda, the really great information that we've learned about their operations, has come as a result of these interrogation techniques that are now outlawed. And
well,
much
of it has. I don't know about most, but
a lot of it. I mean, Catherine Herridge was just telling me in the makeup room that I think it's almost half of the key information about operations, and that's critical. That's information we need.
That's what Bush, Cheney, Tenet assert. That's what they assert.
Right. Well,
you are a Washingtonian, and I thought that the inauguration was a great day. I don't say it was a great day for America. I said it was a great day in America. And those words for and in are important. It may be a great day for America if Barack Obama succeeds in his presidency. But even if he doesn't, it was a great day in America because it showed the orderly change of power. Both presidents were classy. The crowd was very well behaved. I have no beef at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, it was orderly. People had a great time. It was a wonderful celebration. The Obamas looked great. They looked like they were having a fun time. All that is absolutely true. However, there was quite a bit of booing and sneering and nastiness toward President Bush. I'm sure you've heard the audio.
Yeah,
when he walked on the podium for the first time from the crowd, when he was flying away in the helicopter, the chants that were heard on other cable networks, and they tried to ignore it. So there was, without a doubt, Bill, and maybe it was fringe, but it was palpable. You could feel it, and
there were some, but I mean, according to all the Fox News correspondents on the scene, it was small compared to the number of people. And you're always going to get cranks and kooks. I mean, they're always going to be there.
Yeah, they weren't that gracious to Bush in 2000, of course, but President Bush was extremely gracious, and I think just handled himself so well. And I think the speech itself, Bill, without going into all the details, but that was a pretty harsh indictment of the Bush years, and President Bush sitting right there. I don't think he needed to say some of the things he said.
Yeah, there was that line about choosing between protection and ideals. That I didn't like that line. We
remaking America. We're going to be remaking America.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
I liked America before his inauguration. I like America now. I don't think America needs to be remade. I think first principles, we have to remember them.
Thanks very much.